Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan Na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on e-media.
Buenos dias, Zamboanga! Welcome sa PIA Kapihan Na Zamboanga sa SM City Minpro, hatid ng Philippine Information Agency, SM City Minpro, MCTV, and e-media. Mapapanood po ninyo ng live ang ating programa via PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages. We are also live at PRO 9, Pagadian, and Zamboanga del Sur Media, Isa TV Channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and via cable televisions here in Zamboanga via MCTV and e-media. Welcome po muli sa lahat po nating mga viewers. Ang ating pong programang Kapihan Na Zamboanga will discuss important topics that will help you make more informed decisions wherever you are. Again, welcome po sa lahat nating mga viewers and sa ating mga Barangay Information Officers Network who are watching po sa ating programa weekly sa Zamboanga City and sa buong Zamboanga Peninsula. Welcome po. Ngayon sa ating program or sa ating episode, pag-uusapan natin, especially po ngayong buwan ng Hunyo or June, we are celebrating Pride Month. At baka po meron pa sa atin ang mga hindi pa nakakaalam kung ano ba itong Pride Month or ano ba yung kanyang significance. Why are we really celebrating Pride Month dito sa Pilipinas? So let's welcome our guests for today. We are very happy to welcome po ang ating mga panauhin. We have from the Gender and Development Office under the City Mayor's Office, the City Government of Zamboanga. We have the Gender and Development Officer, Wilfredo Aparonga. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Ms. Myron, and to the PIA Regional Office 9, and buenos dias, Zamboanga.
And of course, together with him, we have with us, I'm happy to welcome again sa ating programa, we have Ms. Sony G. Fernandez, Executive Director of the Mujer LGBT. Welcome.
Miles de gracias, buenos dias a todos. And thank you so much for inviting us to be here on your show.
Ayun, we are very happy, like I mentioned, we are going to talk about Pride Month. What is the significance? Or kumustahin natin yung LGBTQIA plus community natin dito sa Zamboanga City. First of all, ano po ba ang significance ng Pride Month for the city and wider community?
Yeah. Yung Pride March, ito ay hindi lamang selebrasyon tungkol sa parada or pagbabandera ng mga kulay na flag, no, ng LGBTQIA plus flag. Ito din ay pagbibigay pugay sa ating mga LGBTQIA plus advocates at champion na lumaban, no, sa mga iba't ibang itsura at forma ng diskriminasyon na na-experience mismo ng ating LGBTQIA plus community. And at the same time, ito din ay selebrasyon ng mga wins ng community. Yung for instance, yung pagpasa ng Anti-Discrimination Ordinance sa Zamboanga, at nakita natin for the last 6 years after the passage of the CADO, the Comprehensive Anti-Discrimination Ordinance, meron na tayong nakikitang isang kaso na progress. So, minomonitor namin ito ngayon kung anong magiging progreso ng kaso na ito. And at the same time, ito ay panawagan na dapat ang pagiging LGBTQ plus allies ay hindi performative. Kasi nakikita natin yung mga may mga personality na lumalabas lamang kapag Pride Month lang, no? Parang nagiging tokenism lang or disenyo lang yung pagiging allies nila. So dapat genuine yung allyship. And yeah.
Gender and Development Office din po, no? Siyempre po in partnership po ito with the Mujer LGBTQIA Plus Incorporated. Kami po ay we want to strengthen, no, the advocacy campaign of the city government to ensure that all of us in Zamboanga City, no, are lives freely, no, lives free from discrimination. Tayo po ay hindi natatakot, and we know that we have won, no, after the passage of our anti-discrimination ordinance, no. Our anti-discrimination ordinance is one of the policies that we have in Zamboanga City to ensure that especially the LGBTQIA plus community in Zamboanga City is protected from discrimination. So ngayon po, meron po tayong ongoing case. Ngayon na, nasusubukan po natin itong batas na ito. And we are monitoring the updates as regard to the development ng ating case na ito against an LGBTQIA plus. So yun po, isa din po itong panawagan, sabi ni Ms. Tony G, that aside from the celebration of the contributions of the LGBTQIA plus in our society, but still it is a call to action to all of us, especially ang ating mga ahensya na we know that government offices provide services for the people, and we have to ensure that in the delivery of services, we should not discriminate, no? So yun po ang isa sa mga tinitignan din po namin, that we want to ensure that at the city level and at the barangay grassroots natin, so gusto din po natin na mas mapaigting po natin ang ating advocacy in inclusion and of course respect, dignity, and equality for all Zamboangueños.
You mentioned about, yun na nga, yung ating inclusivity and equality. Follow up ko lang po, Sir Will. What is the city government doing to promote talaga yung safe spaces naman for everyone, regardless of gender identity and sexual orientation?
So kami po sa City Government of Zamboanga, we are relentless in our efforts and of course in our advocacy campaigns. So basically we know that the city government operates, sabihin nating, funding base para sa ating mga programa, but we from the Gender and Development Office, we are extending beyond what's given to us by sabihin natin the city government through funding. We extend our services sa mga barangay, sa ating mga NGO partners in the conduct of our advocacy campaign. So we also reach out to schools, particularly communities. Just recently we held our the Safe Spaces Caravan. So itong Safe Spaces Caravan din po natin, it's sabihin natin it's nine batches po. So ibig sabihin po, kami po ay nakapag-conduct po ng 9 batches of our Safe Spaces Caravan with different sectors, from the transport sector, itong ating sa school, sa hotels, establishments, NGAs, and all other sectors na pwede pong matap namin for our Safe Spaces Caravan, ay in-ensure po namin yun. So although sinasabi namin na medyo maliit lang po yung budget namin for this year for the implementation of our Safe Spaces Caravan, but again, it is our continuous sabihin nating efforts. So ibig sabihin, hindi po ito matatapos or matitigil this year lang. So mag-expect pa rin po tayo in the coming years that we will still strengthen our advocacy campaign for safe spaces in Zamboanga City.
Yes, tama naman na may continuity talaga. Dapat continuous yung ating education sa different sectors, sa communities natin para ma-retain din at saka dahan-dahan mapapractice nila yung mga learnings ng safe spaces. Ito naman po, magtungo na tayo sa mga most common social issues that currently faced by the LGBTQIA plus community in the city of Zamboanga.
Yung more LGBTQI plus organization, yung office namin, hanggang ngayon, nakakresi pa rin kami ng mga complaints sa mga transgender identifying students na kung saan yung polisiya mismo ng mga ibang eskwelahan, private institutions, and even public owned schools, ay meron silang mga polisiya na umaatake mismo sa mga transgender identifying persons, particularly to the trans students. For instance, yung kanilang haircut policy. So we always tinatanong ito palagi namin sa mga even sa Department of Education, kung yung haircut policy ba, it was designed for the entire student tree. They always said, yes, it was designed for the entire student tree. Pero nung tinanong namin kapag yung babae ba na mahaba ang buhok, makakapasok ba sa campus? They said yes. Kapag yung isang female student na ayaw na mahaba yung buhok, gusto niya maging semi-calvo, makakapasok ba siya sa campus? They said yes. So yung lalaki ba kapag semi-calvo, yung buhok, makakapasok ba siya sa campus? Yes. What if ayaw niya na maging semi-calvo? Gusto niya long hair kasi yun nga yung match yung sa identity niya. So parang wala tayong klarong sagot from them. So basically nakikita natin hanggang ngayon yung haircut policy ng ating mga government-owned schools ay very problematic, and at the same time may exclusions for the transgender identifying students nila. Also, nakikita din natin yung healthcare. Marami pa rin mga transgender identifying person na nagsa-self-medicate when we talk about gender-affirming hormone therapy. Dati ang tawag natin doon hormone therapy, no? But it's a gender-affirming hormone therapy ng ang updated terminology doon. No? So, nagsa-self-medicate. Ibig sabihin, nagte-take sila ng mga gamot for hormones, no, na walang guidance from endocrinologists and even from medical specialists. So nagtitake sila, hindi nila alam kung ano ang magiging epekto nito sa katawan nila. So may nakikita tayong mga reports na nag-overdose or meron naman na namatay, no? Oo, dahil nga na hindi siya na guide ng mga medical specialist. So, importante, no, na ma-institutionalize natin ito. At the same time, gawin natin itong mga service to access to healthcare na mas pro-community, na dapat kasali lahat, especially the trans community. And also yung mga palisiya, dapat ito ay may component ng human rights. Dapat iisipin natin sa pagpasa ng palisiya, isipin natin yung mga anak natin or mga apos or mga kapatid natin. Baka later, itong mga polisiya na very anti-gender or LGBTQ+, baka makakapekto to sa mga anak or sa pamilya natin. So, we will not wait na mangyari ito pa. No? Yeah.
So yun, any more na mga concerns po na nakita natin issues in the community?
So, sa city government naman din, no, especially kami po sa gender and development, we want to say it, no, na it should be a whole of government approach. Hindi lamang po, for example, kami po say sa gender and development, kami lang po yung mag-push for that. What we want, no, is to mainstream na ito mga concerns sa lahat ng mga serbisyo po natin. So hindi lamang po sa city government na we know we have different departments, no, but we also have the regional offices or the mga central offices din po natin. Dapat na may mainstream na po itong mga ganitong concerns. Kasi mahirap na, especially for schools. They may be policies that they are issuing, pero in terms of the interpretation, very rigid. So kapag in actuality, nangyayari pa rin ng discrimination. But we are grateful na nagkaroon po ng development for Civil Service Commission, no, in terms of allowing, no, for expression. So sa lahat po ng civil service mga professionals, no, po tayo po sa public service, we can now choose whatever we want, no, express whatever we want for as long as we follow the standards set by the civil service, no. So yun po, so it's a win, no, for public service in terms of the employees ng government ay nakapag-express na. How about the students? So yun po yung mga tinitignan din po natin because there are also schools, mga private schools din po natin that they have the so-called academic freedom. So, paano po makapasok si CHED? Paano po makapasok si DepEd to ensure na lahat ng mga proposed policies po ng pamahalaan ay na-adapt din po ng ating mga private schools to ensure that our students, no, hindi po sila na-exclude or na-discriminate for just who they are as a person.
Yes po, Ms.
And siguro, tama yung sinabi ni Will, no? Dugdugan ko lang. And siguro, ito na yung panahon na kailangan nating i-define what do we mean by academic freedom. Ang academic freedom ba one-sided lang to? The way I see it, dapat tatlo nga yung lente, no, ng schools, ng faculty at ng estudyante. So dapat balance siya. Kasi kapag yung ginagamit natin yung lengguwahe ng academic freedom, then one-sided lang siya. So magiging problematic. Hindi naman yung mga polisiya, even yung pagtrato natin sa ating mga faculties and students. Yeah.
We are talking about discrimination, no? Isa pa rin talaga siya sa mga concern. In recent years, conversations on discrimination and even yung mental health nga naapektuhan na have become more visible. How is the Gender and Development Office or even po yung ating organization, no, na MUHER, is responding to these concerns?
So kami po sa city government, no, what we do since we are on the advocacy aspect, we continuously conduct itong mga sessions ng sabihin nating mga pride activities or any gender-related activities. Sometimes we target nung Monday lang nung nakalang araw po, no, nagkaroon po kami ng HIV awareness for the students, no, of the Southern City College dito po sa Zamboanga City. city. So it's also one way that we can penetrate to them, and of course understand that they are, alam naman natin that we're all engaged with the use of technology, and lahat po tayo ay exposed with internet, no? So lahat ng mga possible ay nangyayari doon, nakikita na natin. Sometimes whatever we post online against other person, sometimes nagka-cause po yun sa atin like mentally. So it's also our way, no, of educating them through this advocacy that we do. So hindi lamang po parang ang ginagawa po namin in all of our advocacy campaigns, we ensure that mental health advocacy is one of the core siguro mga like topics na dinidiscuss namin sa lahat. So sa lahat po yan ng mga activities po namin, ini-integrate po namin yung mental health advocacy.
Oo, yun na nga yung discrimination, nag-expand pa siya ngayon to online discrimination, online cyberbullying. So paano natin ito na-address? How serious is this issue for the community?
Well, nakikita natin lately lang, parang inaatake na naman yung LGBTQIA plus community because of, yun na nga, dahil sa subject matter na ang trans women ba ay women. So nakita natin na ginamit yung social media to attack the LGBTQIA plus community. So what we're doing now, the Mujer organization together with our volunteer legal counsel and lawyers, no. So we document all the cases, no, example screenshots and even pag i-document siya, no, basic documentation, then eventually kung i-identify yung tao to pwede nagsabihin baka may mga legal remedies to sue the person under that cyber libel law, sa mga ganon. And at the same time, we are providing psychosocial intervention sa mga biktima. Like for instance, last year, dahil doon na nga, pag-invalidate sa pagiging babae ng mga transgender women, so we provided a focus group discussion. So it was moderated and facilitated by our social worker and trained psychosocial experts, no, na wherein we talk about ano nga ba yung impact nito sa kanila. So ang sinasabi palagi sa social media daw, cyberbullying, social media attacks for the LGBTQ plus community, mas mahaba yung impact at healing nito. Dahil nga maraming share, paulit-ulit, at maraming nako-commit ng kahit sino. So yeah, and aside from that, yung Mujer organizations, we are providing legal representation sa lahat ng mga biktima from the LGBT plus community who cannot afford to hire a legal representation sa korte. So that's siguro isa yung sa mga services na binibigay namin for free, and that's for free. And at the same time, kung yung sometimes yung perpetrators nasa bahay, no, even ginagamit yung social media, pero yung perpetrators nasa loob mismo sa bahay, kapatid mo pala, pinsan mo pala. So nagbibigay din kami ng libreng temporary shelter, so they can stay in our community center for free as long as hanggang sa tingin nila ay safe na sila bumalik dun sa kanilang tahanan. Yeah.
Okay.
Additional din po, no, regarding po sa online nga mga discrimination. Just recently, actually, no, dito po sa Zamboanga City, one like Facebook page, no, drew flack, no, sa online, no, kung saan tinatag niya lahat ng mga nakikita niya mga LGBT as HIV carriers. And I was one of the victims because we are conducting sessions on HIV sa isang school. So, ano po naka-plaster ang aking mukha? Ano naka-plaster talaga? Ito, HIV, mga ganyan. So, these are things na malala na. Very, very serious kasi it now ruins your reputation. Ikaw bilang isang...
Libel.
Yeah, no, pero yun po ang maganda po kasi sa city government because we are grateful, no, of the support of our city councilors, no, and our legal office din po na nagawa ng resolution through Sangguniang Panglungsod. Tapos ay na-take na rin po itong Facebook page na ito. Nagpapakalat po siya ng fake news, misinformation. So lahat po ng ganito, nagpo-post sa mga muka ng mga taong identified, no? So identified, kung ang alam niya or tingin niya ito ay isang LGBT, ipo-post niya ang mukha, kunin niya, mag-grab siya ng mga pictures saan-saan man, ipo-post niya sa Facebook page niya, and then maglalagay siya ng mga caption doon. So although sa akin, like personally, hindi ko naman talaga siya tinake as parang sabi na yung personal gano'n, no? But yes, pero sinasabi natin, how about those na hindi kaya ma-contain yung public humiliation, no? Sa akin kasi, isipin nyo yan. Anyway, wala naman akong kailangang i-prove sa inyo. Kaya alam ko naman sa sarili ko na gano'n, no? So, but for others, it's really devastating on their part. So, yun po, ang ginawa din po naming action together with Miss Tony Gino. Lahat talaga ginawa ng manner, anong possible things na pwede namin gawin. So, na mass report, no, na-address. So, nawala na rin po na-take down na rin po finally yung Facebook page na yun.
Yeah.
And dagdagan ko lang, Myra, no? And lahat yung mga biniktima, yung pinost ng photos, we reached out to them and we facilitated a group sessions,
Briefing.
a debriefing, psychosocial intervention. So it's a whole day, no. So yeah, nakita nga namin yung doon actually lumitaw, no, na surface nga na mas masakit daw pala yung atake sa social media kaysa sa personal. Kaysa sa personal, after this one, done na eh. Sa social media it will remains eh. And hindi natin makikita or mamonitor sino-sino ang makaka-access or makakikita doon mismo sa post na yon. Yeah.
Yes. Knowing that, no, ano yung intervention ng city government on creating a more safe or safer na respectful spaces sa social media? Kabilang na ba ito sa naipasa nating ordinance or baka pwede pa natin siyang dagdagan, no?
So sa tingin ko po ay in terms of digital literacy, so we have the DICT, no? It's also part of their gender and development program that they have to ensure digital responsibility, no? Particularly at ating mga kabataan ngayon na or tayong lahat, no, na gumagamit po ng technology, social media. So on our end, on a personal level, we advocate, no, with the use of technology, no? We ensure that nare-remind po natin sila na to be critical, to filter things out. Baka sila mismo nagiging peddlers, no, of misinformation. So yan din po yung yan kasi yung nakikita natin, may misinformation, naniniwala na yung mga ibang tao. So yan din po ang dapat din nating tignan. Siguro as a step, no, we will ensure that we will be having siguro a policy on or advocacy campaign on the use of technology, digital responsibility in Zamboanga City. So it's also a good discourse that we are talking about this now. And of course, coming from the situation na nangyari na previously, baka siguro we can put an end to these kinds of misinformation dito po sa Zamboanga City.
Yes, Pamiso.
Or siguro kailangan din natin remind, Will, not only from the government side, but as well as sa community, na dapat natin, the public, no, na dapat tayo maging upstander, hindi lamang bystander. When say upstander, kung may nakikita tayong ng mga paninirang puri, discrimination online, huwag na natin i-share. Kasi may nakikita ako na sinishare pa, 'di ba? So dapat huwag na natin i-share, i-block na natin yung yung account na yon, and at the same time, ang palagi namin sinasabi, document the evidence, screenshots the harassment, and at the same time reach out doon sa mga tao na pwedeng tumulong sa atin. So importante 'yon. Yeah.
I-add ko lang pala, no, ngayon lang nag-sink in sa akin because we have already the Safe Spaces Ordinance. And the Safe Spaces Ordinance provides, no, specific provision for transphobic, homophobic remarks against any person. So lahat po yun, even in digital, no, or in person, so pwede na nating ma-filean pala siya ng kaso. So we have that in Zamboanga City, a Safe Spaces Ordinance, although we have a national law, the RA 11313. So this ensures now that online no, spaces are also covered under the Safe Spaces Ordinance and Safe Spaces Act.
So taking your experience, no, with the online nga na misinformation, we can see now the importance of digital responsibility talaga, digital literacy ng mga tao, ng public, ng mga kabataan, no, in using social media. So hindi lang basta-basta na mag-share ng information, akala nila hindi sila mahuhuli, akala nila okay lang. But we have, syempre meron tayong mga agencies that can help us, no, address that concern. So after that, no, yung online discrimination, we talked about that about sa discrimination, online discrimination. How about naman po yung ating mga programs and partnership in support sa promoting, kasi you mentioned din kanina on the HIV awareness. Tapos na din tayo sa mental health. Meron na tayong mga programs on that. How about naman yung HIV awareness natin?
So to start though, kami din po sa city government, we are, our city health office through the Reproductive Health and Wellness Center, no? Sila po yung specifically assigned to HIV programs of the city. So they are doing these programs at the grassroots level. They go barangay to barangay, school to school, and as aid, no, parang tulong din po sa advocacy na kinakonduct na rin po ng City Health Office, we also deemed it necessary for us to ensure that these advocacy campaigns are integrated as well in the gender and development programs din namin. So kung hindi man namin kaya gawin yung mga services nila kasi syempre nagkakandak sa ng mga screening and all, so we don't have that capacity. So kami po ay nasa advocacy side, no? So we invite experts to talk about these things, and of course the Mujer LGBT Incorporated is also doing the same thing, no? So isang community based organization, focus as well with HIV awareness, and of course yung mga testings and screenings din po natin.
Meron silang mga services.
And also dagdagan ko lang, Will, no? Nung inament natin yung gender and development, yung pagtingin namin doon sa ordinansa na yon ay dapat inclusive. That's why we institutionalize the IICM. So, ibig sabihin, wala na si Wilfredo doon, wala na kami doon, yung God under God office and God budget, every annual na merong silang International AIDS Candlelight Memorial Celebration. So, may allotted budget doon. At yung World AIDS Day. So, ito ay aside from the budget coming from the City Health Office, meron din budget ang God dahil nga na-institutionalize ito through the God Code ng Zamboanga City. And yung Mujer LGBT organization, we're providing free and confidential HIV testing. So nagbibigay kami ng mga commodities like condoms and lubes and yung pre-exposures prophylaxis. So basically what we are doing now, we're providing options of preventions. Binibigyan namin ng karapatan ang aming mga general public na clients to choose which preventions na bet nila. Kasi hindi naman lahat na bet lang na condoms and lubricants ang gagamitin. So meron kaming pre-exposures prophylaxis, and just this year, inilabas yung AO ng Department of Health, yung differentiated service delivery, na kung saan yung post-exposures prophylaxis ay magiging part na siya din ng preventions. Yeah, treatment is part of prevention naman yung art, no? Pero yung PEP, ganon. So that's what we're doing now. We're providing services when we talk about HIV, and at the same time, dinadala namin yung serbisyo in partnership with the City Health Office and Department of Health sa iba't ibang barangay. Kasi naniniwala kami, yung pag-access sa HIV services, ito ay hindi lamang issue ng health, ito ay issue din ng human rights, ito din ang issue ng socio-economic rights, no? So marami tayong mga kapatid from ng areas nahihirapan bumaba, mag-access ng testing kasi nga first wala silang pamasahe. Kasi malayo nga. Second, na-stigmatize yung facility. Kasi every time na pumasok ako dyan, baka akala nila ako ay sex workers or gina-judge na kagad yung sexual behavior. So yeah, yun ang ginagawa namin to correct the misconceptions and at the same time to breach yung services ng government para doon sa community. Yeah.
So that's good to hear, no, na napakalawak na ng narating ng ating mga organisasyon, ng ating opisina, napakalawak na po ng ating mga serbisyo, ng ating mga advokasya. Ang dami na nating narating, no? Marami na tayong nagawa. And continuous yung ating mga programs. With this month of June, ngayong Pride Month, aside from the Pride March, no, na parating din natin na we-witness dito sa City of Zamboanga, how can this month also be an opportunity to discuss health? Meron pa po ba tayong mga programs na magkaroon ng chance to discuss health, safety and social responsibility?
So kami po ngayon ay sa Zamboanga City po, no, to our Sangguniang Panglungsod, we have this called proposed ordinance, the Right to Care Card, no. Itong Right to Care Card, it's sasabi natin it's an opportunity that we give to same-gender relationships, no, in terms of medical access, decisions. Kasi usually sa atin, the experience now is hindi ka makapag-decide sa partner mo kasi ang hanapin ay ang relative mo or nasa bloodline. So how about your partner? Kung kayo na lang pong dalawang magkasama, so hanapin pa ang nawala na o hindi ka na maano, no? So yun yung tinitingnan din po naming paraan, no, to ensure that our same gender couples in Zamboanga City are given that opportunity as well, no? So isa din po ito sa mga yes, mga tinitingnan ng mga long term vision for Zamboanga City, because for a fact ang Pilipinas po ay may ilan na po sa cities, Miss Tony? Quanto bilog? 3? 5 na. 5 cities in the Philippines have already passed right to care card. It is born from Quezon City. Sila po ang nagsimula nito. So may apat na pong mga cities ang nakapag-adopt. Nasa Luzon lahat. So tayo po sa Zamboanga City, we already pushing that. Nasa konseho lokal na po yan ng ating sangguniang panglungsod, no? So ngayon po ang nangyayari is we gather pa rin still like data, information to strengthen our proposed ordinance for right to care card in Zamboanga City. Hopefully this year maipapasa na.
That's a very good news sa ating mga couples, sa mga in a relationship na same gender couples natin. So, thank you very much for sharing that, no, na ganyan yung mga plans natin, yung vision, and yung mga abangan natin, not only for this month of June, for the Pride Month. Syempre, andyan yung Pride March, no, na abangan din natin to encourage everyone to join. And ano pa po yung ating mensahe? Sa lahat po ng LGBTQIA plus community, and aside from that, the general public, mensahe natin sa kanila to continuously cooperate or to continuously support, no, yung ating community.
Kami po sa Gender and Development Service, we see you, we feel you, and we celebrate and fight along with you. So kami po, taapela lang kami kung todo Zamboangueños, kaya ayuda, no, kung di atong advocacy, especialmente, kaya kita, respeta ka naton, we are dignified as human beings, no, especially kita as citizens of Zamboanga City and in the Philippines. No, equal kita with respect, no, and of course pirmi kami taabla kay kontinua kita dala buwan serbisyo kon todo Zamboangueños para na mas inklusivo, progreso y desarrollo syudad de Zamboanga. Kaya lang, Miss Myra, thank you very much.
Yes po, Miss Sonia.
Yeah, for the LGBTQ plus Zamboangueños, no está silencio. So kung ikaw ay naging biktima ng diskriminasyon, ng violence, kahit sino pa yung perpetrators na yan, magsalita. Kasi if hindi tayo magsalita, i-normalize natin ganyong klaseng tratamiento, no, treatment, magiging parte yan ng culture. Kapag magiging parte ng ating kultura, baka yung ibang LGBTQ+, the next generation, may experience nila. So siguro, tiempo ya para pone punto. No? So wag tayong matakot, report that case, and file natin ng legal case against our perpetrators. And sa general public din, no, paulit-ulit ko itong sinasabi at sasabihin ko din again na kami ay isang kapatid, kami ay isang kaibigan, kami ay isang nanay, tatay, kami ay isang best friend, kami ay isang apo, pamangkin. Kung ayaw nating nakikita na yung mga mahal nating sa buhay na sinasaktan ng ibang tao, sana ganon din el tratamiento di aton kung el daton ng mga LGBTQ+ Zamboangueños. Akin lang, gracias.
Thank you very much po. And I really believe na all genders are humans. Kaya equal talaga tayo lahat. Kaya sabay-sabay natin, no, pangalagaan yung ating community that includes all genders. Let us all support each other. Mapa kahit ano pa mga gender yan or gender identity yan. Thank you very much. We are very happy po sa ating panauhin ngayong araw. Napaka-interesting to. Actually, parang gusto ko pang habaan. No? Marami pa tayong mga pwede pang pag-usapan. But maybe by the next time, no, na magkaroon tayo ng opportunity to talk more about the LGBTQIA plus community or gender equality, ay magkaroon pa tayo ng other chance. Thank you very much po once again. Our guest for this episode, we have with us Wilfredo Aporongao, the Gender and Development Officer from the City Government of Zamboanga. And we have with us again Ms. Sony G. Fernandez, the Executive Director of MUHER LGBTQIA Plus Incorporated. Thank you very much po. Thank you, and thank you po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers and sa mga barangay information officers. Sana po marami tayong natutunan ngayong araw at sabay-sabay po nating i-celebrate ang Pride Month. Let's celebrate all genders po ngayong buwan ng June, and hindi lang buwan ng June, every day of our lives. Let's celebrate all human beings. Let's celebrate all genders. With that po, nagpapasalamat kami sa lahat po ng ating mga sponsors for this episode. We have Dunkin, Karimadon, Camiseta, and Penguin, all available here at SM City Minpro. Makikita pa po tayo sa ating mga susunod pa pong episodes ng Kapihan Na Zamboanga sa SM City Minpro. Muli, thank you also sa ating PIA team for making this episode possible, and sa ngalan ng PIA Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro and PIA OIC Jocelyn Alvarez, ito si Myra Espinosa. Muchísimas gracias.
Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan Na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on eMedia.